Hi guys, Miss Katie here, and we're going to dive straight into the next topic, which is all about the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is a place full of magic, and it really needs to be preserved. Let's take a deeper look at what a rainforest is and where they're located.
Rainforests, also known as jungles, are one of the Earth's major habitats. Habitats are areas that share the same weather, plants, and animals. Tropical rainforests are located all around the world in Central and South America, Africa, and Australia. They are usually found next to the equator, which means it's very warm there. Millions of years ago, rainforests covered most of the Earth. This is where the dinosaurs once lived. Now, they only cover about 7% of our planet. This is the South American rainforests in the Amazon basin, and it's the largest rainforest of them all. The Amazon rainforest is known as the lungs of the planet because it produced about 20% of the world's oxygen. Here, you'll find more than 1,600 birds, 230 kinds of snakes, 600 different mammals, 40 different turtles, and more than 70,000 insects. There are around 400 and 500 tribes that call the Amazon their home, and they've been there for millions of years. They too should be protected. The Amazon rainforest is a very precious place on Earth, and we need to do our best to preserve it, to make sure it survives for years to come.
Now I'm going to show you this really awesome book called The Jungle, and it has all its animals and creatures in here. It's really, really cool. It's a foticular book, foticular, which means moves. It moves when I read. It's created by Dan Kanan and written by Kathy Woolard. Let's check this out.
An enormous tiger leaps through the marsh, splashing into a river. Unlike most cats, Bengal tigers actually enjoy being in the water. They love to fish and can even tackle a huge water buffalo. And occasionally, they can win a wrestling match with a crocodile, turning it into dinner. A scaly green and yellow Amazonian whip snake flicks its forked tongue, in which it can sample scents in the air with. These tropical snakes hunt for food in broad daylight, wending through the leaves, slithering up and down the trees and through the shrubs. A leaf monkey clings to a vine surrounded by the jungle. Leaf monkeys are mostly found high up in the trees, spending much of their day high above the ground, feeding, hanging out, and napping. That sounds like a pretty good day. An orange and black Mexican fire-leg tarantula crawls across a hot rock in the sun. There are about 900 varieties of different kinds of tarantulas, and their colors can range from black and brown to even a bright blue. Most tarantulas make their homes in twisty burrows in the ground, but some like to burrow up above in the trees. A red and green macaw comes in for a landing on a clay lick for a salty mud snack. These birds hang out in twos, with mates, siblings, and flock friends. These brilliantly colored macaws are highly intelligent and social birds who spend their days looking for food, which includes nuts, seeds, leaves, and berries. This here is a western tarsier. Enormous eyes, staring, it clings to a tree in the dark rainforest. Just like us, these creatures are primates. These primates are ancient animals who have lived in the trees of Earth for at least 45 million years. They sleep all day long, and they hunt all night, underneath the cover of the pitch-black night. The huge eyes help them see in the dark, where he's able to feast on insects, and an occasional bat, a snake, or even, sometimes, a bird. In the misty jungle, a beautiful long-winged butterfly feeds from the flower of a cucumber vine. Their wings have splashes of orange, red, or even blue with white accents. These butterflies flutter through the sunlit air from flower to feed. Some will even sit on vines next to the closed flowers, waiting for the blooms to open up.
One of the most beautiful creatures of the Amazon, and my personal favorite, is the Morpho butterfly. I'm going to show you how to make your very own Morpho butterfly. So what you're going to need is a dark blue and turquoise tissue paper. You will need a white paper plate or foam. Just make sure it's all white so we can decorate it. This is going to be our body. You will need some black paint. You will also need glue, scissors, something to paint with, and we all know my personal favorite, glitter. Awesome, let's get started. Okay, so let's get our plate. I got my foam plate here. And what we're first gonna do, kids, we know the letter V, right? It has two straight lines that connect in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one big V and one small V at the top and at the bottom of my plate. So I got one straight line, top to bottom, one straight line. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now we're gonna do our little V. And I'm actually doing it upside down. We do one straight line, top to bottom. And if we had one, it'd be left to right, right kids? Top to bottom, left to right. Okay, so grab your scissors and you're gonna wanna cut out on that black line. Let me show you. You're gonna cut out this way here. And this is actually gonna be the shape of our butterfly, its body. All right, so once it's all cut out, here we go. We have our body. Okay, now is the fun part. We are going to get our tissue paper and we're gonna start ripping it up. So let me move my plate so I can show you what I'm doing. I have my blue here. I'm gonna start with turquoise. Let's just start ripping up some pieces of paper. I don't know why, but to me this part's really fun. So play with shapes, play with sizes. As you can see, I got some bigger shapes, bigger pieces so that we have more coverage on our butterfly, okay? So you get the point. What you're gonna end up with is a bunch of paper like this, okay? Here we go. I have my blue and I have my turquoise, and it's time to start our butterfly transformation. So I'm moving this here. Give me one sec. Okay, so get your body, get your glue, and we're gonna start to want to play with patterns. I know we talked a lot about patterns during the school year. So now is your time to practice not only gluing, but with our patterns. So when I was looking at a picture of a Morpho butterfly, I noticed that a lot of the dark was on the outside. So what I'm doing here is I'm just starting to play with glue. Place your pieces of paper wherever you think fits. I'm gonna throw a turquoise on in there just to spice it up. Okay, so I cheated and I started kind of working behind the scenes so I can show you what you're gonna end up with. Now, you'll see that mine has a little extra work already, but you're gonna end up with your butterfly with all that blue that we just cut out and glued on as its body, okay? And what I did is that I got some glue after it was on and let it dry for a few minutes. I added my glitter, and that's always a fun time. Parents, you can always go outside if you need to. I just cut out butcher paper, so I didn't care about making a mess here. So we have our body, and we want to get that black paint. And if you notice on the body of the butterfly, it has this black outside here, and this middle part is its body here. This is where he lives. And he has these really cool antennas where he eats from at the top. We didn't make them here, but Morpho butterflies are really, really cool. A really awesome fact about Morpho butterflies is on the underside of their bodies, they're actually green and brown. So they can camouflage with the jungle, which means blend in. So, and then when it flies, it flaps its wings, and it's all you can see is a shimmer of blue. And I told you that other side of the body is yellow and green and even brown. You only see little flashes of blue when it's flying in the jungle, and that also really helps it against its predators. I hope you really enjoyed this craft as much as I did. It's really fun to make, and I hope you can do many of these. Play around with colors too. This is just the one that you can find in the Amazon. All right, kiddos, until we meet again, love ya. Miss Katie, signing out.